Hi everyone, and welcome to Abby and the Adventures YouTube channel. So we've just launched it this week. What we're going to be looking at today is part of the beginning of our van build. So for those that are new here or who haven't been following our story on Instagram for a while, I'm Abby from Abby and the Adventures. I've got another half Si, and we've got between us 3 kids who are 6, 8 and 11. We like to take them as venturing as often as possible, and we also like to do a lot of adult venturing too. So we bought a minibus, a 16-seater minibus a few weeks ago. It arrived over the weekend and we've been able to start our project. So I'll show you a little bit more of that later. The reason we bought a minibus rather than like a transit van or a Sprinter was because they do really low mileage, given that they're just part of it was a school minibus, so it only done a certain amount of miles. It was in really good nick, and also they get serviced every 6 weeks, so we knew what we were buying was going to be sort of good quality and that we wouldn't end up having to spend a lot of money on actually getting the van ready and roadworthy. So it passed its MOT, we picked it up at the weekend, and it is here, it's in my driveway. Super excited. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what we did, the first steps that we did yesterday, but for now I just want to tell you a little bit more about Abby and the Adventures and exactly what it is we do. So Abby and the Adventures is something I've sort of set up during lockdown really. I had been doing a little bit of travel agent work. I love to travel. I've travelled all of my life. I've been to all of the continent except Antarctica, which is absolutely still on my list. Grew up in a small town, so always wanted to travel, always wanted to see more of the world. So my partner's the same. It took us, we've known each other for a long time, and we got together, and we both just have such a passion and enthusiasm for seeing as much of the world as possible and also showing that to the kids. I think the campervan stuff started so earlier this year we managed to get to Portugal just before it went back on the amber list, which was an absolute blessed relief. When the government first released the green list, we weren't overly enamoured with the list of countries that we would be able to go to. We'd had a couple of big road trips around America, and our Vietnam trip cancelled over COVID, so we were pretty eager just to get away somewhere. As you probably remember, at the time for the UK, it was really only like Portugal as a sort of holiday type destination. So we decided, okay, Portugal isn't what we'd normally want to do. We're used to kind of Southeast Asia. We're used to going to Nepal. We're used to going to South America. So Portugal wasn't massively exciting for us, but we decided actually, no, let's go, let's make the most of it. So what we did is we hired a camper van, a beautiful yellow vintage VW, which I will share lots of pictures of for you so you guys can see it, but it was absolutely beautiful. We went all around Portugal. We spent 10 days and we sort of went down the coast, up the west coast and then inwards, and it was just amazing. We saw so much stuff along the way, and actually we just loved the pace of living in a van. We loved the ability to be able to just drive and wake up somewhere new every morning. It just gave us a real sense of freedom. So it was one of the nights that we were in Portugal. We were somewhere really beautiful under a sort of star-strewn sky, with the bed rolled out of the back of the van, and we'd had the best day. We'd been paddleboarding, we'd been seeing some historic and cultural stuff, and it was there and then that we just decided that there was more to life than what we were living at home. We were renting, we were working, we were doing school runs, all of those kind of things. And whilst that is a part of everyone's life, it was the bit that we didn't enjoy and the bit that we kind of wanted to be able to create a life away from. So with that in mind, I think we sat there and we thought, this is what we want to do. We want to be able to wake up somewhere new. We want to be able to show kids the world. We want to go traveling ourselves. We want to see more of it. So the first step for us was buying our van, Big Red Dave. We got him at the weekend, so we've started our build. Obviously, we had to take a lot of seats out. It's going to be quite a slow process because we're going to be doing things as we go. We've also got another trip abroad planned without Dave in October, so that's going to be sort of going to Croatia, Slovenia, hopefully down to Bosnia as well. So I'll definitely give you guys some info about that. But for now, that was a little bit about us. I'm going to show you the van. I'm going to show you what we managed to do yesterday to get it done. done, and then from there, who knows, really, we will keep you posted, and we will just hopefully have a gorgeous van to be able to show you at the end. My partner is pretty handy, so he's done up quite a few vans before to live in, so I'm quite lucky that I got someone to do all that sort of practical stuff. He used to be an engineer, so he's got a really good mind for all of those kind of things. So if you've got any questions, do hit us up. We might be able to answer some of the things. Si will probably be able to like give out some advice if you guys have got any questions. If you're really new in your van build as well, then we're absolutely happy to help. For the meantime, if you also want to go and follow us on Instagram, it's at abiandtheadventures. That will link to your Facebook as well, so you can also see our journey on Facebook if you're interested. But we will be trying to post quite a lot of van content onto YouTube, because we learned so much from YouTube tutorials ourselves that it just feels right that that we sort of share back some of that knowledge and the things that we've picked up along the way. So thanks for watching, guys. I will show you what we got up to yesterday. So guys, that was the first part of our van build. That was us taking out all of the seats. So what we've got left now is the 3 seats in the cab, and we've got 2 seats over here, which I will just show you. That's because we've got 5 children between us, so we've got enough fit space to seat all of us. You'll see in the back here, lots and lots of space. We've got some duvets and pillows in there because we actually slept in it last night. So that's where we're at the moment. Our next job is going to be to rip the floor up, take away these bolts here, get rid of that, and then we will be insulating, and then we'll be getting to put down some really lovely flooring. So I'm going to go to B&Q at the weekend and choose some, which I'm really excited about. Then we're going to be looking at kind of like pulling off all of this horrible sort of carpety stuff and ripping that down, insulating, and then making that look a little bit nicer. So we're hoping to get started with some of that over the weekend. I will post a video. We think that the parts of the floor are going to be a little bit of a challenge, especially around where we've got the metal bits here. So we'll keep you posted. I hope you've enjoyed our first little bit of van life, and don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and if you've got any comments or questions, please do ask us, and we'll see if we can do our best to help you guys out with your van too. Thanks very much. Bye.